Hey YouTube, I am back with another video today, and this is going to be a little bit of a different video. So what you see in front of you is the Sega Game Gear. This was Sega's first forte into portable gaming. This was the response to the Nintendo Game Boy. But the biggest difference between the Game Boy and the Game Gear is this one was full color. So it gave you vibrant colors on all of your games that you played onto this console. So this console came out in 1995, and when it came out, it was $149.99. So I fell in love with this console. I can't say enough about the Sega Game Gear and the games and stuff that were on this console or whatnot. Let me clean the screen off real quick. But what I wanted to talk about today is some retro gaming and what I have gotten done to one of my Game Gears. So this is my original one here, and then this one I got later on, this blue one right here. So I got this one here, the blue one, modded with something called the McWheel screen. It's an LCD replacement on the Game Gear. So any of you guys that had the Game Gear before, back in the day in 95, we thought it was amazing. We played it and we looked at it and we didn't see any issues with it. But as time went on, and the console aged, and we started getting 480 and 720 and 1080 and then now 4K, our eyes have adjusted, and now we know that what we were looking at was not very good anyways. It was actually garbage. But for its time, this console was absolutely amazing. But nonetheless, what I want to show you here today is the difference between the screens. So to kind of give you a tour of the console in the back here, the Sega Game Gear took 6 batteries, 3 on each side. So 3 over here, and then you have 3 over here on the other side. So a total of 6 batteries. Then on the top here, you had your volume. If you can see that right there, volume right there. Has your headphone jack. Then you had a power cable, a 9-volt DC in, and then you had your power on. And then over here on the side, you had your brightness to adjust the brightness on the screen itself. And then you had the card slot right here. And what I have it in is Mortal Kombat right now. And then it was a whole list of attachments you could get for the Sega Game Gear back then. A portable battery charger, a TV tuner, I think they had. I never got that. But it was just a whole list of things that you can get for the Sega Game Gear that made this system even better than what it was when it originally came out. Same thing on the blue one. Just had the covers there, battery covers, 6 batteries, same switches and everything there. And I also have another copy of Mortal Kombat in this one. And the reason I have 2 copies of Mortal Kombat is to be able to show you guys the drastic difference in quality in doing this upgrade. Now you may ask, why would you want to upgrade the Sega Game Gear? Who plays the Sega Game Gear? So the Sega Game Gear had a crap ton of games on it. A lot of games that I actually really love and I hold dear to my heart. And I have over 100 Game Gear games in my collection. And I wanted to go back and play those and feel like those games were brought into the 20th century. And that's why I did this upgrade. So I will tell you, this upgrade cost me $200 to do. I had it done by a gentleman on eBay. All I had to do is pay for it and then ship him my Game Gear. They would fix it. They would replace the screen, do a complete cap or capacitor upgrade to your system, clean the inside out, put a new screen here. You see this screen here on top of the LCD is brand new also. So if there's any scratches on it, it is replaced. So they do all that for $200. The McWheel screen is $129 by itself if you find it online. And if you're tech savvy, you can go ahead and do it yourself and not have to send it out. But for any of you guys that aren't, I'll put the link in the description for the seller on eBay that you can go and get this done if you so want to do it. But I'm telling you, it is a drastic change in quality, clarity, and sound versus what we got back in the day when we got our Sega Game Gear versus the upgrade now. So let's go ahead and boot these up, and I hope this shows well here on the camera. Let me scoot this one back a little bit. and this one here, just to kind of give you guys, you know, an idea how it looks. And this will also give you the opportunity to determine if it's a good investment for you and for your game gear. But I can tell you, before I show you, it's 100% difference. It is one of the most amazing upgrades I've seen. I also got my Sega Nomad done, which was another handheld console that Sega did after this one. And that was a Genesis that you could put your games in and take it with you anywhere you wanted. It was the first actual portable console. So the Switch really wasn't the first portable console. It was a Sega Nomad, and then I think after that it was the TurboExpress by TurboGrafx. I think came after that. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's like the timeline. You could actually play TurboGrafx games on the go on that too, and that was an awesome system too. But this system was brought out to outdo what Nintendo was doing with the Game Boy at the time, because they didn't have, you know, at the time, I don't think it was a color one, or was it a color one? I think it might have been a color one at the time. But it was brought out to compete with Nintendo at the time. So no further ado, let's go ahead and turn these both on. Let's see here, switches over here, I think. Yeah, so let me hit both of these. All right. So this one's up here is having some issues. Let's turn that one off. You're not supposed to blow on them, but all habits die hard. There we go. Adjust the volume on there. But as you can see, let me get both of these to the menu. The quality difference, the one on the top, even if you adjust the brightness, which I'll show you, that gets it completely white, and then you can bring it back. Here we go. Right there should be, there we go. So let's get these both to the menu. Well, I gotta wait until they load up. But already you can see the difference in these games. We're gonna wait until this one up here gets there. So you can see the one here on the top is barely visible. And the one on the bottom, you can clearly see with no issues. And that right there shows you in itself how good the McWheel upgrade is. I'm gonna bring that a little bit closer for you. The sound is amazing. Then this is this one. You can barely even see it on the screen. There you go. Versus that one. There you go. So the upgrade is just, it's amazing, man. I mean, I'm not even gonna act like it isn't. Let me lower my camera here. Maybe we can get an even better view of this for you. All right. So there we go. So hopefully that shows very well on camera, and I'm tilting them so you can see how good that looks. So we can go ahead and start this match. I'm not going to be able to fight both of them, but just to give you an idea of how much better it looks. And this one here, the sound is outshining the one in the back. So let me turn that down real quick. Turn these down so you guys can hear me. And this one up here, the top one probably needs the capacitors to be replaced on it at some point in time, because you can hear the sound popping inside of it. Let's see. There we go, turn that down. All right, so you can see the difference in these. So the one on the top didn't have very good viewing angles. As you can see, it was really hard to see on that one. But on this one, it has great viewing angles. Looks really good on this one. And I'm going to show you guys another game, but I just chose Mortal Kombat to show you first. I also have 2 copies of X-Men over here to show you this game also, and then we'll put that one in there. So let's get this one started real quick. Up here we have Scorpion, down where we have Sonya, and it just looks amazing, man. So that's a screen-for-screen comparison of the McWheel upgrade. Puts a brand new LCD screen in there, backlit by itself, and the details and everything are absolutely amazing. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this off. And down in the comments, tell me if you had a Sega Game Gear and what was your favorite game on the Sega Game Gear. I love this console. I love Sega as a whole. They were one of my favorite console manufacturers in the late 80s and 90s. There we go. All right, so I just put X-Man in, and let's boot both of these up. And got nothing on both of them, so hold on a second. There we go. They say not to blow in cartridges, but it always seems to work. I remember blowing in these things as a kid, NES cartridges, all of that stuff, man. So if you can see here, it's crazy, the difference in this game. And this one up here is getting some issues, so let's turn that one off. Kind of dirty, probably need to clean it out. There we go. Well, look at that, man. That's X-Men for the Game Gear. And then we're going to wait until it loads up here at the top. But just night and day. There you go. So you can see that screen right there. How much better it is on the blue one with the McWheel upgrade, and then the one at the top that does not have the upgrade, which is the standard one, all original that came out in '95. So let's go ahead and start this game up. And let's see here, we're just... There we go. And look at that. Making sure you guys can see it. There we go. Absolutely amazing. So let's get through here. So that shows you how much better this McWheel mod is. And I hope it comes across on the screen as it should, so you can actually see how good it is. And this just for me, let me go ahead and turn this off. This for me brought my Sega Game Gear into the 20th century, and I can actually enjoy it now. Because you look at this just looks all washed out. It doesn't look really good. The colors don't pop or anything like that. But hey, in the 90s, this was amazing. In the 90s, I don't think we developed the eye that we have now for, you know, the quality in games and quality in television. So we didn't know. We thought it was amazing back then. But now, today, when we go and play these consoles, we're like, oh, man, that looks like crap. I don't want to play that. So I highly suggest getting the McWheel upgrade for the Sega Game Gear. Like I said, I also got it done for my Sega Nomad, and I plan on getting it done for a lot of my handheld consoles and upgrading those and bringing those into the 20th century, because I love my retro games. I have all of my stuff that I had as a kid growing up my Segas, my Nintendos, my Game Boys and Game Gears, all that stuff I have, and I want to get it refreshed and bring it, you know, into modern age so I can actually play it and enjoy it, just like I enjoy my PS4 or my Nintendo Switch or my Xbox One and all those modern consoles. I enjoy those too, and I want to be able to enjoy these once again. So as a recap, this mod cost me $200. It was free shipping. I will put the seller in the comments down below if you guys are interested in that. And also, if you know, drop a comment in the comment box down and let me know what your best experience was with your Game Gear, what your best games were, and if you think this is a good mod for yourself or whatnot. And then also, if you really did enjoy this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and then hit the like button. If you do hit the subscribe button, it will notify you anytime I post new content. I'm doing new videos and doing newer content for the channel outside of unboxings. I started off with unboxings, but now I'm doing other things. So, you know, you'll be notified when I post these new videos. This here is going to be a part of a retro segment that I'm going to be doing on the channel. And I'm going to be talking about all the retro games and consoles that I have and letting you guys know some of my favorites and things of that nature. So you'll start seeing that stuff kind of roll out in a few weeks up and coming. Hey, so I do appreciate you guys coming through and watching the video. If you have any comments or anything you feel I could have done better or been a little bit more informative about, go ahead and put that in the comment box down at the bottom. And I definitely respond to everybody. And, you know, if you make a comment, I'll respond to you. And I do appreciate your feedback. You know, it makes the channel great for everybody, for you and myself. So once again, if you did enjoy the video, please drop a like. It will really help out the channel. And then if you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys on the next video.
Whoa. Color. Hey, there's an easier way to get color. Get a Game Gear, the full color portable with over 150 games, like the new Echo, Mortal 2, and Sonic Triple Trouble. Sega!